At the Mayan ruins, true devotion on the bluest ocean. Cruising, my cultural influence, even revolution. I'm integrated vertically.
Yeah, take these niggas out talking when the song on. These niggas know better, man. Come on, man. Let's get it together, man. Start at 5. Let's get it.
Niggas said we going to Cali. I was.
When I said it, T was supposed to have the song ready, the song clicking. I had a vision. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't even let him know that though, T.
My fault.
T, you supposed to read his mind, T. My fault.
I gotta get better with the pregame.
You got that little ass juice.
When that far
bigger than the juice, yo.
Y'all niggas love business. Ever since this camera shit.
Cause that shit just looks so funny. You talking about some little ass fucking juice.
I gotta lose weight, man. I'm too strong. What's up, man? I gotta look over and make sure my man with me. Make sure
I'm straight.
Come on, man.
It's the one that far episode.
All right, yeah, episode 78. What's up? What's up, man?
How was your weekend?
What y'all get into, man?
Nice. Good week still. I'm vaxxed up all the way.
You got your second, Joe?
Yeah.
You scared?
A little bit.
What they scheduled for a booster too?
No, I'm not getting a booster.
How you feel now?
I feel regular. You know how people were saying they get the they was
The
getting
burning,
sick.
Yeah.
They was getting sick after the second
I ain't
shot
get
and
sick
stuff.
either.
I ain't get sick. I was cool.
I ain't get sick either.
My arm was a little bit sore, but it's just regular.
Fuck you
Whatever.
doing?
I ain't do shit. The snow and shit. I ain't come outside. I wish I would have had a date though, like my man. Tell us about that, John. I don't know the spot. No, we ain't on that. Let them know the spot.
Houston's up Jersey, Bergen County, all the way up. I think near Lincoln Tunnel. I went in there. Me and my chick. It was a good job. We ain't been nowhere in a minute. Every now and then you just got randomly through it. So
Date night is important.
yeah. So
What you get on the menu? What was your
the jumbo shrimp was cool. The steak medium well, the broccoli and the fries, and the drink. It was called the Bee's Knees. Them little drinks. You be thinking they sweet because they come in a nice glass and all that. No, that shit'll turn your temperature up. Yeah.
Especially if you're not a
for the
drinker.
record too? Me and Cuz always get fries wherever he got people. He get fries no matter what he get. There's fries inside, John. Yeah.
You could have got mashed potatoes.
Potatoes is the only
I was
food
really
that
rushing.
you can go with anyway.
What was steak? You said potatoes?
No, I'm saying potatoes is the only food period that you can like eat any way. I'll fuck with it. If it was fries,
Mashed,
potatoes,
yeah. Oh, I get what you're
anything.
saying. That starts, yeah.
Oh,
It was a
yeah,
good joint. It was my first time there, so that's my joint. I like to try just different joint. If I hear
How you
about
find that, John?
I just heard people talking about it before.
Yeah.
Houston's, yeah.
See, so you gonna find a spot regardless.
Yeah, you're gonna find it regardless. All you gotta
Stop,
do is
We're
stop,
not
go
doing
out.
that. We're not doing.
Stop.
Come on.
All you gotta do is go out.
Let him stand here. Let him stand on his theory,
That's all you gotta
man.
do. Go out. Look.
He be on some bullshit.
I think I want to try Steak 48 now that it's calmed down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it calm down?
I think so.
I ain't really hear people
ain't
talking
seen
about
no
it like
fights. I ain't heard nothing.
Yeah, I
might
don't
be
think people like that no more.
might be back to normal.
They asked for your
Definitely
back
try it.
card when y'all went in there?
No, I don't know if I'm getting them in trouble.
I think Jersey is different though. I don't think Jersey as strict with the vax stuff is.
we mass up.
Most of Jersey is vaccinated though, so that's why they acting real elite. Like
I mass up.
Ain't that thing closer to New York? I thought they would have told you like, yo, y'all got that.
No, because they don't do that
Oh,
when I'm
yeah.
working up there.
Oh shit, yeah. So you good then?
Yeah, it's different places. What's up, y'all ready?
Yeah, you ready?
I think we got a couple dope topics to talk about. This article I had seen it on the timeline, but I didn't really see too many people talking about it. And I actually wanted to get into it because it relates to so much stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that listens to us. You know, repost us, retweet us, subscribe to the YouTube. We gonna get a camera. I like the way we need a camera. We need a camera. I don't give a fuck if somebody was standing in here holding that motherfucker. Like I like the way that shit look. So shout out to everybody. It was a podcast called, I think, The Guardian or something like that. Nick brother, Black Sam, had said that they were being targeted by the LAPD for their store. And what's their store called, Mike?
The marathon, right?
Marathon?
Yeah.
Over on Slauson. It was I read the article. I thought the article was longer than it was, but I still wanted to read it with y'all and break it down and talk about it. We can I'll set it off. Yo, going forward when we reading, right? we gonna start reading together as a family. So when I get stuck on a word, I'm gonna need y'all to hold me down. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing reading. I've been doing good with
on phonics.
I've been doing good with the reading.
He
so
said,
far.
when you.
Yeah. If I get caught in one of them moments, hold me down. You know what I'm saying?
I
Teamwork.
got you, bro.
I'm gonna read. It was on several platforms, but I got the complex one. The late Nipsey Hussle was targeted as part of Los Angeles Police Department program known as Operation Laser, per a new report. Laser, Los Angeles Strategic Extraction and Restoration Program, as discussed in a recent episode of The Guardian's Today and Focus podcast, was designed to utilize what's described as predictive policing technology. Let's stay there. I'm gonna repeat that. Predictive policing technology. What you think that is?
You say predicting there, so it gotta be. They predicting like the next move and stuff like that. Like
I was more thinking like it was like a R word rhyme with acism. You ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Racism. That's what I was. It's no technology.
yeah,
They never had it.
Yeah.
But I keep going. Notably, the secretive program was launched in 2011, ended back in 2019 amid widespread criticism. Law professor Andrew Ferguson told CBS News back in 2020 that laser essentially was built on the metaphor that they were going to, like laser surgery, remove the tumors and bad actors from the community. That idea itself, Ferguson pointed out, was offensive. Ultimately included as a part of the laser targeting, per a new report, was Nipsey's Marathon clothing store, Slauson Avenue in Los Angeles. Speaking with the Guardians, Nipsey's brother, Samuel Askedom, is that his last name? That's how you say it? Yeah. Samuel Askedom said police goal was to shut it down, even though positive things were happening at the shop. The agenda was whatever they're doing over there, crush it and stop it, Askedom said. The harassment is also said to have included consumers, including by way of stopping and questioning off-duty officers who were fans of the Victory Lap artist music and had simply decided to visit the shop. Police interested in the location, per Sam, also deferred some fans from visiting.
straight back on them, stopping their business basically.
Right.
Because if you think about it,
Anybody come in and out of that motherfucker, what's in your bag? These just some Crenshaw sweats, officer. Like, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy.
So much so that it was stopping like regular, like
We ain't going over
the
there.
regular
yeah.
people that was in the neighborhood. They ain't even want, you know what I'm saying, mess with the store.
I
That's
feel
crazy.
I feel like it goes deeper because as they were growing up, they always used to like talk about owning like a store in their storefront in that area because they used to sell shit outside in the area, like outdoor vendor, and the cops would always come and fuck they shit up, take they shit, basically shut them down, like sometimes even lock them up. And I guess they figured like,
Legit
oh,
store.
now they want to like basically still like the bitter shit. Like,
Yeah.
you seen a motherfucker overcame everything, all the adversity that y'all tried to put them through, and
Still
they
ain't
jealous.
stopping.
Yeah,
They
they
was-
just
they-
jealous.
They was going as far as like trying to call the landlord of the complex or whatever.
Mm-hmm. They had already
Yeah,
bought
they-
their shit.
Yeah, to get to evict Nipsey and his brother or whatever, like to evict their store.
That's a
So
bad joint.
the landlord was like, y'all might as well just buy the whole thing. So I don't got to worry
So
about
I ain't
it
got
anymore.
to do
Yeah,
well.
And that's what he did, right?
yeah.
They was gonna do that anyway, though. They was definitely gonna do that anyway.
Last paragraph. As for laser, the program was built as being a surgery-like approach to policing that relied on data, which, and the LAPD spokesperson later conceding that such data was in need of review. Yeah, I guess. We discontinued laser because we went to reassess the data, a rep told Los Angeles Times back in 2019. It was inconsistent. We're pulling back. You think? What data do you think they had?
They ain't had nothing. It was throwing a whole bunch of
Like you
shit to the
said,
wall, see
racism.
if something stick. That's what it was. Let's search them. We gonna find something eventually. They ain't find shit, so now they
Strictly speculation.
doubled down on the wrong bet.
That's like, all right, that's like a group of kids going to school and like, oh, we know one of them got some books on them.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, like just going to mess with people just because of where they at.
Yeah.
My thing with it is this, right? We all know how his passing came about, but this is the other half of it. This is how much we have to deal with once we get successful decide to reach back. You get what I'm saying?
It's only the people of color too.
It always got to deal with it from both ends. This article reminded me, like, you ever see that picture when the young boy standing in the middle and it's a gun to his head on one side from like a homie in all black and the other side is a cop.
Yeah.
This was that because we know how he died. We know what he had to go through to get where he was.
Yeah.
And then when you get there, you gotta deal with this.
Yeah.
And for them to pull back on it means y'all. First of all, I should have did more. The LAPD is a motherfucker. We already know that.
Yeah.
And they don't even hide this shit.
They was still going hard even after he died. Like still in the
That
parking
goes
lot
show
of the
you,
shop.
you still got to
running
deal
in
with these
store and stuff.
motherfuckers after your death.
That's why
That's
y'all remember
crazy.
y'all remember a little bit after he died. I think like
Remember his homie got locked up.
I can't remember her name. Lauren.
Lauren London.
Yeah,
girl.
Lauren London. She posted something saying like, "Oh, the store shut down for a little bit." That was why, because the cops were still going in and out of the parking lot and stuff. And they were saying like they would frequent the park. The cops would frequent the parking lot like, every 5-10 minutes. And it's
Just
like,
after
damn,
the
he's
death?
still after and
Stop
during.
business, right? So
They
stop
they
business.
fishing for something, baby.
Yeah, after and during. So it's like he's y'all was doing all that and somebody still lost their life in that parking lot.
This what fucked me up about the LAPD. Didn't one of them speak like super highly of him when he passed away?
They
Yeah.
always do.
Yeah.
Politically correct. You know them motherfuckers. They jealous because he had more power in them neighborhoods that they was trying to change than they did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker would listen to him in the streets before they would say, "Oh, the cops wants to chill." It's one of them things where it's just jealousy. They envy the power that he had and the way that he had it.
It's fucked up, right? Because in the last couple of years, I get into when we talk about these situations and the Black History Months and all that shit. One thing that I think black people don't understand is we always say, "Oh, we need to stick together and buy this in the neighborhood and do this and invest in the neighborhood," but we don't ever speak on what happened to us, the consequences when we try. Like I always refer back to Black Wall Street.
Oh yeah, when it was bombed, right?
Yeah, we did do that.
Yeah.
We get punished when we do that.
Yeah.
It was the neighborhood at the Central Park. The Central Park. That was a neighborhood before it was Central Park, and then the Central Park 5 happened over top of it.
There's so many
Even
stories
even the
like
neighborhoods
that.
in Philly where they bomb, like they lit them
I'm about to
on
say
fire.
a street
West
on-
Philly, right?
A street
Yeah.
down south.
The move
yeah.
bombing, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
On Osage.
moments like that, we should talk about more because
Definitely.
we are segregation was made to leave us behind.
Yeah, for sure.
We wasn't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, they figured it out. And don't get me wrong, what's another one? Tobacco Road and down South Carolina and other places like that where when segregation did work, it worked. And we still fought to put us together, but it did work. I got a friend that like he black, but he was all for it because he understood that. So I don't be wanting black people to like we say they say we spend the most money in America. We not the smartest. When we are, we get bombed on.
Literally,
Like,
literally.
Crucified.
when we
Literally.
try, we get dealt with bad.
Yeah.
Just like
And years and years of that happening, that'll fuck with with generations of people.
The mental. You be like,
Like,
damn,
that-
this
that-
happened to him. I'm not even gonna try that shit.
Yeah, because it happened to us so much that.
But I feel like that's
you
where
want to, but then it's like, damn, like
I feel like that's where them type of people need to just get behind the people that's willing to lead the fight. You know what I'm saying? You don't always got to
and
be
it's
at
not
the front.
it's not even a fight. It's just when we just
right and wrong.
I put this situation like imagine we found out it was an operation watching Saul. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Watching Gil and Wallow. Watching who else? Like who else big on like giving back to the neighborhood? Huh?
I said just anybody.
Yeah, just anybody
Yeah.
that's trying that came back and reached back. Why? Whatever you think I'm doing, I'm not doing. And if you think I'm doing it, then go to your judge and get your indictment and bring it on. or leave us alone. But the middle ground can't be harassment. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it'd be like, yo, I feel like we not left alone to do any of that shit.
You know why they do harassment though? Because they don't want to go through all that. Like you said, get your judge and shit like that. You feel like if you harass somebody, they'll probably stop right there. Like, yo, this shit ain't worth it.
But stop doing what though? The good?
Yeah, you know, people don't like this.
They like to use scare tactics because they like the, what's the word I'm looking for? When you project.
Yeah.
They project their fears and their insecurities onto us and our culture. Because they realize, damn, we supposed to be the ones bigging it up. We risking our lives. We doing this, that, and the third. Blah, blah. Y'all not doing
Even
it.
with the, I should have looked up like how many lawsuits they go through per year and shit.
LAPD?
Fuck yeah.
They said they're the dirtiest cops in America.
Yeah, I think so.
LAPD, then there's NYPD.
Even with that, this made me think about like the origin of like gangs in the neighborhood. It wasn't based on violence. Remember, gangs, they was fighting first. It would just be neighborhood brawls, but it was other stuff going on within the gang like that protected the neighborhood.
Something we talked about. Remember not last episode, a couple episodes back with the whole what's the guy name from Judas and the Black Messiah? Fred Hampton.
Fred Hampton
joint. You see how they set that up with him basically. That was on the West Coast, right? With him.
Yeah.
Set that right up.
Was he in the West Coast?
Fred
I
Hampton.
think he was from Chicago. Was he from Chicago?
Was he from Chicago?
I should know this shit. Black History Month right around the corner.
So in 2017, the total cost of legal payouts in LA was $200 million.
Yeah, he's from Chicago.
Yeah. You said 200 million?
That's 2017.
That's what's that, Anthony Davis contract?
That's a Steph contract. That's a max.
Yeah, that's a max contract.
That's a max contract.
All off my bad. 200 mil off my fault.
All right, so listen to this. 5 departments accounted for 90% of the city's $880 million in settlements from July 2005 to 2018. The LAPD takes up 42% out of all them lawsuits. Then you got public works. Then you got transportation and finance and the fire department. And then 10% is other. 42% of the lawsuits placed on that city
LAPD.
between 2005 and 2018, 42% of that was the police department. That's
crazy.
fucking wild, bro. And that's not even like, oh, we just had one bad year.
And you know it's all off settlements. So that means all them, the settlement be like, no jail, throw your, because if they whoop your ass, they lock you up. They gotta lock you up, or the ass whooping was in vain. So no charges on this side either side. Y'all want 3 mil? You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of that.
What's fucked up? I know it's always a point where the cops be like, they could either, how it's that fork in the road where you could either make an even worse decision or you could just admit fault and just be like, I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
No, they double down and keep going. When he knew that George Floyd was dying, you can tell he was like, well, fuck, should I just stop? And no, he just kept going and doubled down.
The audacity in him just,
Like, nigga, you wrong. We seen it in your face. You know you wrong, but you so fucking stubborn and you so stuck on your beliefs. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up.
Nigga got sassy, put his hands on his hip. You know what's crazy? I seen this today, right? South Dakota cop pull an Uber Eats driver over, lock him up, and then finish his delivery.
I seen that, yeah.
That's audacity at its finest right there.
Don't finish my...
Yeah. No, I still want to get paid for this
Man,
order.
I got it.
facing worse, more trouble than getting fucking paid, dog. You
Sit
talking
tight.
Get
I
paid,
got
yo. Fuck that.
But it's crazy.
He probably ate the French.
It was the all smiles though. Like
It's South Dakota,
smiles,
though,
the
so-
lady had smiles.
Bro,
It was-
you know they
It's so
said out of
crazy.
cops, they say it's like in 100 percentile. 8 out of 10 cops is dirty.
I believe that.
8 out of 10 cops.
And
is
guess
dirty.
what? The other 2% ain't gonna say shit.
Yeah, no, they ain't.
Oh, we already talked about
Yeah,
that.
the
We had
brotherhood and
a
all that
cop-
shit.
Yeah, you know
That
what I'm
shit.
saying? So
8 out of 10 cops is dirty.
just seeing like when we do try to give back, like
The nut shit they put.
still gotta deal with that.
It's almost like it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, because if you leave and
The
don't
better
come
you
back,
got to pick the better of two verses.
you fake.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
said
saying?
the lesser evil.
Yeah, the lesser evil.
And if you don't come back, you fake or whatever.
They saying like us as a people, like if we don't come back, get back, we fake and shit like that.
Yeah.
If they knew what you had to do, though, they wouldn't even probably put that. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. A lot of them never
They
will.
don't.
They never will.
We wouldn't if we didn't do the research and if we wasn't in. You know what I'm saying?
If we wasn't consciously sustainable enough.
I think this alone is like lawsuit worthy.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Which is why I
They
like.
definitely could do a lawsuit.
I almost felt like, why did I have to read this on Complex?
It's
Why wasn't
harassment
it-
because 9 times out of 10, the same cops that's like involved in this shit, it's the same cops that was fucking harassing them.
Yeah, they got priors. They got
Bro,
a record.
like
for
the
it, yeah.
like the Chinese Chris's like L.A. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
they had to deal with him as a
These
quote,
cops know
unquote,
these niggas.
criminal, and then had to deal with him as a successful entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
for him to level up and they still be as if they wanted to be anything else.
You
You know
said
what I'm
you're
saying?
surprised you read it on Complex. They tried to suppress that joint. It should have been
Yeah.
on like the news. Yeah, they should have been on world news for
Yeah.
real. For real. Yeah.
I'm surprised like more hip hop.
People ain't talk
Speak
about
on
that.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is.
Well, let's relate to the party, but just
I doubt it. Maybe people don't be wanting that stuff on their platform either. They think somebody watching them. So
I feel like people don't give a fuck about shit like this. Like the masses of the internet.
Mhm.
Like it's certain people that actually give a fuck, and then there's people that just gonna post what they think is popping, like on that type shit. So, but certain shit like this need to be talked about.
What type of run-ins have y'all had with the police? You get pulled over every 20 days.
I ain't gonna say I don't like cops, but I just be thinking, like you said, though, it ain't even audacity. Cops are just like their whole way they train and the way they think and shit like that. It's
Just dated.
Yeah, it's outdated for
it's
sure.
terrible. Like I got stopped and shit like that, literally, on my block. Like my block is going this way. I got stopped like this, so they asked me. They get your license stuff like that, so they know where you live at. They know you from the neighborhood.
Mhm.
Where you going at? I got done hooping, so it was about 9 o'clock at night, right? It was 2 white cops. One boy asshole take my shit to the car. You know how they got the light on you and shit like that. I'm on the bumper of my car, got the light on me. The one boy that was talking to me, that wasn't an asshole, like asked me like, where you going? What's your plans for the night? Come on, bro. You don't care where I'm going.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm to the point like in life where when they ask that,
Mind
they
your
be
business.
they be asking that shit like it's gonna change the trajectory of the
Like it
of the
means
traffic
something.
stop.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say you was gonna go do something to somebody. I was gonna light your ass up.
I'm
and
gonna just
they-
rob this liquor store.
Yeah.
Like,
it almost feel like depending on where you at. Remember in movies when they asked is you lost?
that's right.
That's almost where you going. Almost feel like
You
where
ain't supposed
lost.
to. Yeah,
Yeah, if
like,
you lost, like what you doing out here, basically.
and don't let you be in a neighborhood you not supposed to be in.
But you know what I don't like though? When they stop you, they ask questions they don't answer to. Your fucking age is on your age is on your license. Where you live at, your height and shit like that, your race. So, ask me how
At this
old I
point,
am.
like at this point, just cut the small talk.
Yeah, like
Run my shit. See that I'm cool. If you gonna give me a ticket, if I did something, then go about it. If not, then okay.
They had you out the car though.
yeah. What fucked them up though is how I got my license to carry permit, so I got that. So that already show you.
They probably thought you had a gun and shit.
No, but they seen that. Once they seen that shit, they ain't even like start like check. He got that upstanding citizen. You see what I'm saying? Like they look at that like, all right, well he ain't got no record.
That's what that mean?
No.
That's how.
You know what that mean? That mean that okay, it's a black man with a legally he's able to carry a gun.
No record.
Let's see if we can get that off him. That's what the fuck
Ask
that
me
mean.
got firearm in the car.
That's why they giving everybody a license to carry now because they want you to fuck it up. They want you to go ahead, fuck that privilege up. Go ahead.
I'm like, no, I ain't got nothing in the car. They ain't even check though. When I said no, they ain't like bother
Yeah.
checking nothing like that. Like they just
How long was the stop?
So and mind you, it was cold as shit outside. So.
Yeah, they make you cut the car off.
No. Yeah, they do that. But just imagine you got done hoop. You know, y'all got shorts on, and when it's cold outside, I probably was outside for 10 minutes, bro. Literally outside the car. Just had my jacket on though, so I'm like,
It made you get out.
get out the car. I got out the car. Went to the
illegal.
back of the bumper. I'm on the back of the bumper. The one that's not really a dickhead on my left, and the boy got back in the car, ran my shit. You see what I'm saying? But they be so salty when they ain't got nothing on you. They gotta get that license back. Like that's like a walk of shame for them. They be
And you
mad
wanna
at
know
that.
what's weird? There's always one asshole and one that's scared to speak up.
Good
Yeah.
cop, bad cop.
Like you know it's wrong. Not
The
even that it's
difference be
attack.
The ranking too though. The
Yeah, the
asshole usually
experience.
higher rank.
He been
so.
around longer. He's showing training him. None of them be from the city that they working.
I'm
in.
glad
No,
y'all.
definitely.
I'm glad you just said
They
that,
need
though.
to let the younger ones train them because that's the only way you would trickle out that fucking old head mindset. Because
That
them
where you
old heads
going?
is putting them, they pushing that shit in their head while
But
they
that's
training them.
That's the rank.
Yeah,
That's
the
what I'm
ranking.
saying.
But no, I'm glad he said it though, because you just said it. I think probably like 2 days ago before I was getting ready for work, an episode of Family Matters came on. You know, the dad is a cop on that joint.
Yeah.
His son got stopped in his car in a white neighborhood. 2 cops, like white cops, roughed him up. They didn't know his pop was a cop. White cop told
I remember that episode.
Yeah, told his pop, yo, if I knew the kid was a cop's son, I wouldn't. He was like, it shouldn't matter. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tell me he fit the description. Like it ain't. Come on, dog. He in a nice neighborhood.
And that description is the description that that's the only description in your head, because that's the only description you see. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I got pulled over. I want to say last Wednesday or Thursday.
See, you give him not the country. You give him fucking they'll pull you over and you ain't got nothing. You know the first thing they say, stickers. So your stickers ain't right.
My stickers old as shit.
They be on some bullshit. You give him
But listen, he never made it. Listen, that's funny. Funny you said that because he never made it to the front of the car.
For real?
Never made it to the front of the car.
See,
he was so infatuated with the tent, putting the.
Oh, you got tent in the back too, right?
All over the joint. He's so infatuated with putting the tent through the back, like he was infatuated
putting
with the back seat. Mind you, I'm going to work. It's in the morning. It's 2-something. Where you going? What the fuck? What time the bank open? I'm about to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck you? I hate when they ask that. It don't even matter. Like,
just run my shit and let me go. Like, you ain't...
And I told him.
No,
I'm thinking
they be looking for shit.
All right, so all right. I play ball. I'm going to work. I'm late for work. Sit tight. You still hit me with this. It don't matter where I'm going then.
Yeah, it don't. They ain't gonna accommodate me.
Never came to the front of the car.
I got pulled over twice the same week by the same cop. First time he said, what he say? You was driving slow. You was driving under the speed limit. I was on the highway. I don't know what the speed limit is on the highway in Jersey. Like, I'm just driving.
I think it's 65.
I'm just
55.
driving. He like, you driving under the speed limit. Normally, when people do that, they intoxicated or something.
Whoa. Yeah, see that? That's where you go. What if my...
Where y'all get these statistics from?
It's 7
Where y'all get it from?
That's that preventative technology I be talking about. You talking crazy.
Making shit up.
It's 7 a.m. My mom in the car. I got my work shirt on. Like, what you think I'm getting ready to do this early? You think I'm drunk?
Slizzy. On the way to work.
You know, so
The second time, I don't remember what the second time was for, but
Nothing. You ain't gotta remember.
No, he was just like, whatever. He just gave me a warning.
What's
Go
up?
ahead. Yeah. He was like, you from the other? I'm like, yeah. He like, okay, good. You cool. Gave me a warning.
Preventative technology.
Yeah, I
boy.
got. It's crazy. This ain't no car stop. This had to be. This was way back in the day. Probably like, I had to be in high school at the time. Probably 2009, 2010, and shit like that. You know how like people used to sell drugs and shit like that around your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
No bullshit. Undercover cop, dog. I'm walking into my house. The Chinese store right here. Nigga ran up on me. Right. Check inside my jacket and shit. So I'm already thinking like this nigga trying to plant something on me. Oh no, I'm just checking to make sure you cool. Legit white boy. Black leather jacket on, like, and had his badge and shit like that. And I'm just like, yo, that ain't how that's supposed to work, yo.
That ain't how it's supposed to go down.
That ain't how that's supposed to work. And I was younger back then. Like, if I had like more, I would have sued this dumbass. Why the hell would you
trying to make sure I was cool.
Because you on your property too.
So you scared the shit out.
You on your property.
And shout out to my man Maul too that just bought the 2 hoodies and shit
Yeah,
like
shout out
that.
to him.
The cops tried to stop him on his block, Coley Street. They tried to stop him. He already peeped the blitz. So he jumped, he run on, you know how you got one of them steps you could shut the little,
I remember that.
it's like a gate and shit. He shut the gate and shit, and the cop to go in the house and shit like that. You know, you can't come in the crib.
At all.
Yeah, dickhead.
Stay your ass outside, pussy. I'd have been looking at him through the window like.
I remember we up Frankfurt, and we sitting in McDonald's parking lot, but we sitting in the cars. We sitting in the car chilling. We laughing, big, eating our food. We don't realize we've been in there so long. McDonald's closed.
Mm-hmm.
Cut their lights out. We still out there. Niggas on their phone. We bed listening to music. Nigga, motherfucking Ford.
Want some don't be a minute.
Dog. Ford. I'm talking about Ford. They creppers though. No lights.
Slow rock. Yeah, slow. They slow
creppers.
rocking.
I'm talking about. All right. If anybody listening, I'm talking about the McDonald's at the top of the boulevard at damn, what's that little Oxford Circle? McDonald's right there on Oxford Circle.
They close that joint down.
Right. They creppers though. No lights. We in the wheel tinted. All you hear is no headlights. Nothing. Like creppers. We all get out. They like, yo, what y'all doing? Like, he said they called and said the employees called and thought we was laying on them to come out. Mind you, I believe it. I only believe it because we never seen them leave.
Yeah, they ain't leave out nothing like that.
Or they left out through the back. McDonald's closed. They cut the lights off. The little M was off. Like, we outside the car. I'm like, damn.
The whole lot dark.
Yeah, they like, yo, pop the trunk.
The wheel was bombed? Yeah. So y'all really ain't see the motherfuckers.
Not saying y'all was dead wrong, but how many was like y'all ain't just think like you peep shit like when the lights go off somewhere too, you notice like
we ain't had nowhere to be, bro. We lived down the street. We just sitting in the car. We in the hood.
Everybody
like,
had
our
them
hood.
times
Like,
just chilling in the wheel because ain't shit to do.
This was before now where I ain't sitting in no car. You know what I'm saying?
you get slept on some shit like that.
They like pop the trunk. I'm like, pop the trunk? You can't even pop the trunk unless we hit the joint and open the They like, yeah, do all that. Or we whooping your ass. I'm like, we surrounded though. Like, nigga, they tore that fucking car apart. I'm talking about, I ain't know the battery was under the back seat. They in the back seat ripping that shit. I'm like,
yo, this shit, and it's crazy because it go back to that shit where I bet y'all thought, damn it, when that knock happened, y'all probably was like, oh shit, it's just the cops. Instead of somebody else trying to get y'all.
I never fit. It be the moment of the cops never happened.
No,
in my life.
not saying it's that, but it's almost like ain't nobody, because it's like a double-edged sword, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah,
where like a motherfucker, you gotta worry about niggas from the hood, like all that type shit, and you gotta worry about cops.
Oh, you saying when somebody knocked the door?
Yeah, because
oh, it's not them.
If it was somebody, at least it ain't the ops. Like, we can get an ass whipping and shit.
Oh, what's up, bro? Got reveal something?
At least we getting the ass whooping instead of some shots fired at us type shit.
I remember another time, fucking Khalid. Nigga owing some bread. We see the nigga. Twist him, clear the fuck out. Nigga screaming for his life. Khalid big as shit. Treating this nigga boy screaming for his life. By the time he come up for air, but he got away from it. He got away from me. He screamed, go get the module. It's 3 of them. It's like 4 of us. They whooping everybody ass. I'm just standing there. It ain't nobody for me to fight.
Yeah.
One of them niggas got away. It was like, yo, go get a gun. They all run in the crib. I'm like, oh shit, we fighting in front of the crib. Oh ass, left the wheels and all that shit. I couldn't get to the wheel and pull out the car key. I left that shit. We all get up out of there. Time go past. We let the sun go down. We like, yo, we gotta go. I gotta go back. I'm like, all right, bet. We go back. Mind you, my mom and my pop go. I'm like, yo, this not a family event. Like, y'all, what are y'all doing? My dad, he got his 2 gat. He like, nigga, I'm going. I'm like, yo, my mom going. She ain't got no gat. My aunt going. I'm like, yo, this not that. Yeah, but my family like, fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We like, fuck it then. We all going then. We go back around there. The niggas that was shooting at us was pointing at us saying we was shooting. But we can't point back. You get what I'm saying? And say, no, y'all was shooting because that's
snitching.
Yeah, so we just start arguing with them niggas like, yo, fuck y'all niggas, I'm gonna fuck one of y'all up. Cops panicking, they panicking, they just start grabbing motherfuckers. By the time I look up in the midst of all the madness, I'm in the cop car, my mom in the other cop car. I'm like, this who y'all grab? Like, what the fuck? Like,
I got their own people.
Yeah, like, what technique was this? Like,
they just want anybody.
I just look over at her, she look over at me, I'm like, like we the Vic,
like
we like.
Told y'all I'll stay the fuck in the crib.
I'm like, yo, it's just crazy. Like, sometimes I think they like when people call police. I think it'd be like
they be grabbing for straws, bro. They don't really know like with the.
Some of them seem like they would be more comfortable if you get there and it's out of control. So now I know.
Yeah, they don't know what to do if
I know I got. I'm here to whoop your ass and lock you up.
Yeah.
They can't get there and be like,
what I used to say.
Hear the situation out and be like, yo, go take a walk or go to your folks' house. Like
that's
chill.
why you're not supposed to ever try. You got to read the scene before you act.
I think they would rather just. I think
act
they just
and
rather
shoot everybody.
I think they just rather the chaos because they just.
It's easier. They make their job
the
easier.
The decibel get too loud, they get the grabbing motherfucker.
But that could come back and fuck you up. Because I seen a situation where a guy was holding up a shotgun to a person that was behind the cash register, right? And some boy came in, shot the boy that was holding the shotgun. Whole time the boy with the shotgun was the nigga who owned the gas station. But the boy behind the counter killed the clerk.
Oh, so they shot.
So you came in thinking you was being a hero, and it wasn't even a cop. That's the fucked up part. It was a regular bystander, like
license
to carry type situation. It's like one of them situations where it's like whether you come where you think it's chaos or not, you don't know what the fuck going on.
Mm-hmm.
I could be trying to defend myself.
You know what's
Right.
crazy though? How you just said that shit. He
So
just
2
did
of the
that.
store employees did.
Yeah, he could lose his
Yeah.
license.
No, not that though.
Oh, he definitely loses
The
his
nigga-
gun license.
Yeah,
The nigga he shot, say he thought the nigga behind the counter was getting stuck up. Now he can shoot you. Good looking, dummy. Now he didn't got about that situation. You know what I'm saying? So you, like you said, you got to scan the situation. You definitely got to read the situation. You gotta
That's
watch
why I
what's
was
going on.
all for, like, they don't really talk about it too much now. Remember they were saying, like, going forward, like, depending on the call, it could be they send, like a counselor or something out.
Yeah.
But that's a little, because that can escalate. That shit could escalate
Counselor?
between the counselor getting a call, getting there, that shit could escalate. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
nah,
And I
think
feel
that's
like
how it work.
we can't. I'm not gonna sit here and act like we could tell these motherfuckers how to do their job, because every is situational. You know what I'm saying? But on the same tight time, I feel like you should have motherfuckers policing areas that they comfortable with, where they know the people.
Where
you
they
know what I'm saying?
Yo, when I got
They
pulled
be
over
from
in
everywhere from
Southwest-
here.
Yeah, they get the motherfuckers from like Delco.
That's what
bring
man
them
was
down
saying.
here,
They be,
shit.
Yeah.
they be from the Poke and those
Yeah.
shit and drive down here every day.
Yeah,
and
when
shit.
I got pulled over in Southwest, they thought I was in a stolen van, and the cop that put me in cuffs, like he was like more nervous than I was. I'm like, come on, cuz my license
You was
in my
shit bricks,
wallet.
wasn't you?
I
Yeah,
remember I was just
Yeah,
when
nervous,
I
a nervous
when
cop
when I
is
used to
scary
when I
as
used to
shit.
work for
My
Avis,
guy.
we used to transport the cars, right? So I'm driving or whatever. I'm riding down Morris Street. I crossed the bridge. Mind you, the bridge got like a stop sign right here, and then a stop sign at the actual bridge. It's weird. Like I'm not stopping right there because nobody going. So I slow. I do slow down, but then I come to a complete stop at the bridge. Then I cross through the bridge. I'm like, there's a cop car on my left on 20, like right between 24th and the bridge. I'm like, fuck, he gonna pull me over.
Yeah,
I
you know
already
that.
know. So I'm driving. Next thing you know, he pulled me over. He said I was, well, first and foremost, I'm like, where the fuck?
The
is-
story is
but
always
listen,
bullshit.
But listen,
Definitely.
I'm like, where the fuck they at? I'm thinking like I look at my mirrors right here, bro. He creeping up the side of the car with the gun out already.
Yeah, that's their new shit. They come up shotgun. They come from the
Side-
passenger
side,
shit.
yeah.
bro.
That's that state trooper shit. Cause the
both
state troopers
sides,
do it.
bro. Both sides. The cop they had their shit out like this, like creeping, like they was about to. I'm like, yo, like I was like, yo. I looked out the window. I said, we ain't even doing all that. I said, my hands right here. I said, you calm the fuck down right now. We not doing all that. We not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not no threat to you. You say I'm speeding, whatever. Say that.
It go to what you say though.
Let it
too.
be words first, though. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to just.
Right.
I'm not about to be in heaven like.
Then
What
put the
the
gun.
fuck?
Then put the
Like,
gun.
no, that's
Then,
dead.
look,
You
look,
got me
look,
fucked
look,
up.
look. Then put the gun away and be like, "Where you going?" I'm going home. You bitch ass nigga.
But like you said though, when that shit happened, it ain't never just no one on one. You one cop come, 3 more swarm out of nowhere. You ain't even they ain't never was in the fucking neighborhood. They
Bro,
always
that's what I'm saying. When they
Bro.
thought I stole the van, bro, one cop pulled me over. I turned around and it was 2 on this side and then one
They
more
like
behind the
hyenas,
drum.
bro. They see one motherfucker eating, they all come.
y'all ever
That's
been in
crazy.
the ever been in the holding cell?
Nah.
Yeah,
I remember with Dame when Dame
yeah.
this is years ago.
That situation. It was funny, but it wasn't. In hindsight, it was funny.
The whole cell it be funny, but it be sad because motherfuckers be. A lot of niggas be on their own.
Let me tell
once
you
they
though.
hear that, once they hear that bell here.
No, look, let me tell you. So, we went to a party. It was like a tattoo party on it had to be like 24th and Washington Avenue. It probably was like 5 of us in a car and shit, right? We go to the gas station on like 18th and Snyder, Sunoco, right?
Mhm.
Niggas in that joint stealing, right?
Like
Bam.
not on some sneaky shit, on some like
on some
Flash
random
mob
shit,
shit,
stealing
yeah.
and shit like that.
Mhm.
snatching grab.
So we in my grandpa van and shit. So we about to drive back out to Askin and shit. We get stopped, right? So
I
we all
did
get
the
stopped.
Fendi
we
stuff.
like 4 cars deep, mind you.
We get stopped, right? So the cops get out, bam, they run everybody name, everything good. So I'm thinking, all right, everything cool. Cops say, oh no, there's a gun in the car. So I'm like, oh, I'm thinking they playing. I'm laughing, I ain't no gun in the car. My man and shit had a gun in the car. They checked under the seat, that shit under the seat in the back and shit like that. They look at that John. So they take us to 23rd and Wolf and shit like that. And when they tell you gotta take your fucking shoestrings out your laces and that John.
Oh
take-
yeah, so you
Out
don't
the
hang
hoodie,
yourself.
out the
Yeah,
too.
no,
Hoodie.
my I said no, y'all just keep the jacket and shit
That's what
like
I
that up
told 'em.
there and shit like that. Shit was just like, but just to go to show you, like niggas don't really even pay attention either because one of my homies and shit. You remember Blizz in that joint, like he was high out his mind.
They
This
ain't know
nigga,
what the fuck was going
this
on.
nigga in there, right, throwing up ones in the air like make it rain and a cop
Oh, so?
no, and before you know how they process you first before they put you in the joint. He in there throwing up ones and shit like make it rain. So mind you, it was
Blizz.
me,
That's my man, yo.
my man Dane that died. Rest in peace to him.
Long live Dane.
My man Zod, and it was 2 other people. So
Will.
Will and Blizz. So I was 18 at the time. I had to be 18.
Was Buki in the car with y'all?
no,
Buki?
he
they
was
in their own
he was the
car.
reason that shit happened. But Damon Zod was minor, so you know they put you on a different side of the holding. If you
I ain't know that.
yeah, if you say you under 18, They went to like the left side, so I'm in my own cell and shit like that. It's cold as shit in that joint. It was in the wintertime. And shit, shit was crazy. That was a crazy, like it was the album. I just show you, like it go to show you, like you really gotta watch who you be in the car with and shit like that.
Yelling.
Yeah,
Bro, when I was in that joint,
yo, they
bro,
be screaming for the. They be calling the boy every 5 minutes and shit.
when I got booked up Southwest, bro, and they took me down there and they said that they did the whole shoestrings, hoodie strings shit. I said, y'all keep the hoodie, just give me my shoes and shit. So I go back there. I'm in there chilling, mind you. I'm just sitting against the wall like this, basically sleep standing up, but not sleep. So they said they put some old head in there, mind you. He drunk as shit. He talking all this. I'm like, yo, like, bro, chill, bro. Nobody feel like talking, bro. I'm waiting till the next morning so I can try to get R&R, that type shit. I'm not trying to be in here just rapping to you, bro. We could have a conversation, but it's not about to be no bonding moment, bro. There's any bonding moment. He said
be in and out of that joint.
He in there drunk as shit. He talking about some, man, this bitch got me fucking. She said she got me locked up. She ain't told me she had a restraining order. He yelling loud as shit. She told him to come tell his kids a bedtime story and got his ass locked up when he got there because she had a restraining order.
You know what's crazy though? Perspective too. Like when you in that holding cell, like when somebody get in there for something petty, like probably what's something petty, like a petty ass crime, like
shoplifting.
No, like say you on South Street, you call us in the record. What's that when you disturbing the peace?
Conduct.
And somebody in there for something serious, like nigga, shut the fuck up. You know you gonna get out. You know what I'm saying? Like it just be like a whole like it could be worse type of joint. Like, I hate niggas that be just like you can be alright. Like
that's how I told you the boy was in there, $100,000 bill for that empty gun.
For real?
Yeah. Empty John said he found it. He was working on somebody's crib. They was decking out the crib.
And he kept it?
He kept it. But he had it in the trunk. They got pulled. That's in the trunk.
That's the worst. That's a
gun case.
Yeah.
Wasn't his first John, so.
Oh, yeah, he was done.
Oh, yeah.
100 racks. That's the 10%.
Yeah, and you gotta realize when you call, even if he was to call the cops, you gotta realize you gotta make sure you in the clear all the way because you gotta understand you telling somebody who gotta tell somebody else. You ever played that game like Whisper Down the Lane?
Yeah.
How motherfuckers always they
fuck
might
it
miss
up.
out a little. It's
Yeah.
not
The message don't be the same by the time it gets
exactly.
in,
So
yeah.
when the cops get it, they just know it's a gun around there.
Get down.
You know what I'm saying? Because they just want to get around there first, meet they quota type shit. So
That's crazy though too to get locked up for a gun and ain't
It's
yours.
a whole lot of little shit that they.
That's fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be damned if I get locked up for something I do, but not something I ain't do.
I
Like,
wanted
that's crazy.
to, another joint I came across was the young boy. I found it.
Hotel John.
Yeah, Shakor Rodriguez. It's crazy because I was laughing because shout out to Shea Cheese. Their story, their clip was better than the CNN clip. I'm gonna just show you. I'm gonna read it and see how it sound. The difference between how it sound. A Bronx man is facing more than 300 counts of gun-related charges after allegedly selling more than 70 weapons and high-capacity magazines to an undercover New York Police Department officer. The Bronx District Attorney announced Wednesday Shakor Rodriguez, 23 years old, is charged with 304 counts, including a criminal cell and possession of a firearm and criminal possession of a weapon, according to two indictments filed in the Bronx Supreme Court. He was arraigned on both indictments and pleaded not guilty to 225 counts. His attorney had no comment. Now, this is how it sounded when Say Cheese said it, because they left out a lot of stuff.
Oh, you saying like it was his GPA stuff and stuff like that, right? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Super smart Bronx man who made the Dean's List and had a 3.5 GPA is accused of selling dozens of loaded guns to an undercover NYPD cop for $1,000 each. He was one of the smartest kids at his college in Tennessee. He is now facing 304 counts. People in his neighborhood claim he wasn't a thug. He was very, very quiet and very, very smart. See how they sound different?
Now let me say on
They
that,
know what they doing.
just like they say, like say if it's like a black person in trouble, they'll put they won't put like they say see that picture of him they put up on there and whatnot. They won't put a graduation picture up or nothing like that. They'll put like your worst
Mugshot. They
The
put the
goal,
mugshot.
the goal of the media is to make us look
paint a picture of somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause they know-
not of somebody, but of like black people. In
They want to
period.
control the narrative.
Yeah, to make us look as wild and crazy as as they
'Cause they
can
know
make it look.
He probably gonna take it to trial,
And I like how
and he gonna have a fucking a jury.
Oh no, I was about to say I like how say Cheese said accused too. Like CNN just read him off as
Everything's
like
alleged. Everything's
Yeah.
alleged until proven guilty.
But CNN just made it seem like, all right, he guilty. You see what I'm saying? Like it ain't like you said, they leave certain shit out and shit like that. Like you
Because
said,
they know if they make that like the factual point in people's heads, it's gonna stick more than.
But we can get into it. He's from the Bronx, and he was going to school at Austin P State University in Clarksville, Tennessee.
sound like an Ivy League school.
He had a 3.5. I wanted to talk about it like this, right? And shout out to Bub. He listened. He supported us a lot. We was talking about it. He had messaged me and he said, as much as we love rap culture and this op culture, it's fueling these youngins to crash out. Now, if he already out of the hood in school.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
A 3.5, it ain't a 4.0, but it's a 3.5 compared
still good though.
from where he come from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They ain't going to college.
That's a
back in the Bronx.
4.0 where you come from.
Yeah, it's a 4.0 where he come from. It's important for, I think, as men going forward, to have sons and potentially have sons. Somebody should have like celebrated him before he did this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It could be a situation where he felt as though that 3.5 and that Dean's list, it wasn't really standing out as much as him being in the guns. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever money he was making. It probably ain't stand out as much as the money he was making to do what he was doing. Now, let's be the fuck clear. For him to sell these type of guns federally back and forth and make what he was making, and the guns he was getting, if you look at the pictures,
He had help.
That's
not only that, a dummy can't do that.
Yeah,
That's called running an operation. So he is smart. You know what I'm saying?
because he had a whole setup to get the shit
Yeah.
in and out. Yeah,
An operation. Not only did maybe he did have help, but he was smart enough to,
stay under the radar
Get
for this
it all,
long.
yeah.
and be the brains of it. I think it's important, like, as men going forward, to let, like, somebody should have patted him on the back, say, yo, you the man already. You know what I mean?
Ain't got nothing else to prove.
You know what I'm saying? That 3.5 in Clark, Tennessee, that you did it. You did that. We proud of you already. You don't gotta do that. But our society, we don't champion that. And I love the fact that we against the murders, right? But in order for a murder to happen, a conflict gotta come. So if
Yeah.
a conflict don't come,
Murder don't happen.
we still got to deal with the drugs, the guns. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be fighting for a long time for guns that he ain't never used. He ain't kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta champion. We gotta get a little bit louder about the shit that lead to the murders and the drilling. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, I look at Kenny like you like 15. I always say that, but you not. But you younger. It's important to tell you like you working and being out the way and you potting with us. That's dope shit. You don't gotta turn it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you turn around tomorrow like, yo, I got them peas and I'm
Getting right with you, like
what are we doing? You
Yeah.
It's important to let you know like no,
doing some
you,
nut shit.
you killing it as is. You don't have to turn that up. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's like the new bar is 100,000 and the new bar is to blow that 100,000 on a Rollie or a Cartier. That's bullshit.
I think a lot of people that's my age, they don't really got like older guys that like that's telling them to like you ain't gotta go down that lane or whatever. Like
Yeah.
you don't gotta do that. Like that's what I always had. That I got my pop, and then I got older cousins that was in it and that's telling me this. Nah, I did this, so you ain't gotta do that. Like
And that's another thing Bub said. He said everything that they doing on social media and on these videos was the exact opposite of like we was doing it, but we was taught to not
Say you doing it though.
I'll talk about it.
not even, mind you, the internet probably wasn't the internet back then, but yeah, they not even talk about it. Like I remember people in the streets that used to have to hide that they was selling
But
drugs.
that's how you know.
Remember the story you hear in raps? Oh,
Yeah.
my mom found my stash.
yeah.
Now your mom taking pictures with the stash. Like, you know what I'm saying? We in that era.
Yes.
Everybody want to be down. They doing shit for other people. That's why snitching. That's why it's so easy for these motherfuckers to snitch. Because, well, technically, I ain't, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing it, like, not, like, you know what I'm saying? They going to jail for other motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Exception to other motherfuckers.
If you don't post it, you didn't do it. That's just what it is.
But that don't sit,
that's
that
dumb
don't sit
mindset
right
there.
with
Yeah, that's a dumb
but that
mindset.
don't sit right with motherfuckers.
At all.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
it's just the truth.
Something
It's
gonna
just
sit
how-
right
it's how
when they
think.
sit in them damn cells.
Yeah.
They gonna sit right.
But just having that, just reading the article and seeing like
I
somebody
also-
wrote like yo, you had the world at your hands and you wanted to be a thug. That's real.
Which I never understand why people.
You was
do
a
that.
man already. You was the
Yeah.
man already.
Mhm.
That's just like when we talk about people that come from good households and turn into killers. For what?
But we don't really know what this guy like went through for real. Like
I just
that,
wanted to speak on it from that perspective. In case he didn't, what if he didn't go through anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what if that was his only way of paying his tuition?
I mean, he was in
For the-
college.
for the
I said
next
in the group
semester.
I thought you don't got to pay tuition really till you're done.
No, you got.
You got to pay it as you go along.
It depends. It depends.
I mean,
I'm about
but
to say,
if
Mark-
that was the case, he wouldn't have. He got like over 300 counts though. That mean he was
Not even that.
running through them.
He got
motherfuckers.
his GPA high enough to where he probably got scholarships. And shit.
Yeah, you
Because
can
the
get
college,
you
the
get
college, the
scholarships.
college he went to ain't like a. It ain't like a fucking. Even it ain't even like an IUP. It's not like.
But
a
even
Penn
with
State,
but
you know
even
what I'm
with what you saying though, right?
Mhm.
What if he got
What if
caught
he was on some Tariq shit? What if he
a fucking noodle clown?
What if he gotta sell this to get his
Nah,
little sister out?
I was
of-
with you. What you was just saying, like sometimes that should be circumstantial. Like he might need the money for like maybe his tuition and shit like that. And that's,
Yeah.
But if you had, like you said, if you got the world at your hands, you just doing it just to do what you drawn.
He's
You a nut.
smart.
Like
You
it's
a nut
important.
shit.
It's
He's
important.
smart.
It
wasting
should have
your
been
talent.
important to tell him like, yo, whatever you got this 3.5 in, you a year or 2 years away from doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you almost there. The cash, it look good. Yeah, it'll spin fast. You
And
get
that-
it back.
I say that all the
You in a crazy field. You selling guns.
Yeah.
Every transaction in your life on the line.
Literally,
They fuck around. Yeah.
and your freedom.
That shit. At a certain point, motherfuckers gotta ask: is what I'm risking worth the reward I'm gonna get for it?
It is because that instant gratification.
But that's the thing. A lot of motherfuckers they get married to this fast money shit. And that's why I try to tell motherfuckers even with selling drugs, that shit is addicting. Selling drugs is addicting. Fuck the drugs. Selling drugs is addicting because you used to that money. You used to not having to answer to nobody. You used to all that shit that you wouldn't have to deal with at a 9 to 5. So when you go there, you be like, no, fuck, I'm about to go right back to this. It's easy. Everybody want the easy way out.
Yeah.
Like you said, instant gratification. People say, oh, if I do something good, if I do that, I want the feedback right now. No.
And we talked about it in last week, the pressures of doing what's right. Getting a job might not, and working that job, waiting for that check, that might not feel that good. Especially if you had a taste of what it's like to when you,
Get more than what you getting on the
Yeah.
job.
yeah. So
getting more than what you really should have been getting when you got it. Everything is about timing, bro. You could fuck anything up if it's not the right timing. All that money he had from them guns, I'm sure he had more than enough to pay his fucking tuition, bro.
yeah, that's what I was saying.
So you addicted to it at this point. You're not like, you know what I'm saying? It's that type of mindset.
Just like the I read the article and shit. 2 nurses out Rhode Island got
Just
locked.
ran it up.
Yeah, on COVID cards, they made $1.5 million. After like you got like 6, yeah, but look, after you made 6 figures and you already got away with it, like it's just like people be greedy.
Cut it
You
off.
greedy, yeah. Cut the water off, like
Or
people
at
greedy.
least give them to somebody else to offer them.
Yeah.
Because at that point, you don't need them.
And you figure, say you're a nurse, right? You got like, say you got student loans, or whatever, 'cause you be a nurse. That 6 figures, whatever you got, is enough to
We
get
got
that
you right,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, it
We
would've
just
got.
never heard
Not
of
even
you.
that.
Yeah, would've got you right.
Pay that off and all that shit. But, bro, nursing school is not that nursing school is $18,000. My girl about to go. $18,000. And that's one of the best
But
joints.
they was older though. I think they was
Yeah.
just running that shit up.
Yeah,
just to
I
run it
feel
Not
up.
thinking they was gonna get caught, pride.
Yeah.
And it's I was saying a white privilege though, because if it was somebody of color, that red flag would have been one. $1.5 million. You done ran up there what? 2
And
million.
I don't think the charge is
they was
crazy.
both
Like
white.
they not gonna spend the rest of their life in
hell
jail.
no.
They come home. The
What's
only
that,
thing
what's
they
that
might
called? White collar, right? When you
Yeah.
play with that paperwork.
Fed type shit.
Yeah, they be all right.
So is they going?
What's the feds? 80%, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is they
be
going? Is they going? The fuck is I about to say?
restitution? They probably gotta give some of it back if they
Yeah.
got it.
I ain't got. What if you ain't got it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I ain't got it.
You
Yeah,
ain't got
They,
it.
they going to
just
get court
restitution.
fines. Like
Yeah.
they going to get court fines and shit.
yeah. You do your 80%, you come back off.
Yeah. So
Might
they
have
coming home to
might
some
have to
good
be in the
bread.
new. Yeah, they probably if that shit in the shoebox somewhere.
It's like if you rob a bank and tuck the money the right way, it ain't worth it. But
Fuck no, it ain't worth it.
because at the end of the day, you probably could have made that in a year or two. You
can't
spending 10 years of your life in jail.
You can't even tell me no successful bank robbery. I don't even know. When people say they gonna rob a bank, like, ooh,
No, I
listen,
heard of a couple.
this story
I heard of a
is-
couple,
yeah.
but a lot of motherfuckers
was older.
don't know. They like that. Like it's like just like with this, they don't know when to stop.
Yeah.
A lot of
That's
motherfuckers don't even do it for the money no more. After a while, they do it for the
oh,
adrenaline.
the rush.
I was watching. I was watching this doc on this guy doing bank robberies out California. He was robbing. How they caught him was he was only doing Chase banks. Like he was specifically going to Chase banks, so they would like matched
like
up
a,
like whatever one was closest to his last.
That sound like I almost
Yeah.
got away with it. Shit like that. Boy was
It-
robbing.
I don't remember what it
Stories
was
like
called.
that.
It was on Vice though. I remember that he would go in there. He was like he would go in there be like tell everybody to stay standing. He said he wouldn't tell nobody.
Was
get on the
writing
ground.
notes. Oh,
No, he was still
Oh, alright.
yell at the teller and everything, but he said how he was so successful was he didn't tell nobody to get on the ground. He said because if somebody drive past a bank,
He was
where,
a gentleman.
Yeah.
Like that type shit.
no, he not saying that. Listen what he about to say.
No,
I'm-
he said if everybody drive past a bank and you don't see nobody standing, you see everybody on the ground, that's going to alert
Yeah,
somebody.
that's a red flag and
so
shit
just
like that.
staying where you at.
Yeah, he said just stay
Ignore
still.
him.
Yeah,
Now I was seeing a show I
He
seen.
was a white old head.
now he's a black boy.
There was some white boy I used to follow on YouTube. I got
He had a
find it.
body and everything, clean face.
He don't want to leave no hair on the scene. He ready to
Shit,
go-
if
ready
he
to
was
go
smart
back
though,
to
he would
work.
want like a toupee or something like that on. You already got a body. You feel me? He was looking for a nigga with hair.
I
That's
can't
probably the
remember if he
hardest
had a
thing.
mask.
That's probably the hardest thing though. Even we see it in movies, but we see it. It's probably something that's hard in real life too. Like when do you cut it? What's
Yeah.
your you know what I mean?
What's your limit? Like when it's all right, I got enough to get out and shit like that.
This nigga, he used to rob everything, bro. He one of the best robbers in the history. He do like he reacting GTA heists and all that shit now, but he basically worked with the motherfuckers that try to catch robbers.
Yo, I
but-
got an idea for YouTube, yo. We could do a lot with you. I've been
Okay.
listening to the podcast Peer to Peer.
Mhm.
I was telling you about them.
Yeah, I watch it. I watch his regular videos.
Yeah,
His regular
yeah,
YouTube.
They
joints.
got like they both each got like two separate channels. They got their peer to peer. They got a React channel. They both got two Twitches. Like it's a lot to do with that shit. It's dope.
One fam reacts. On
Yeah,
the
we
West.
could. I'm dead ass. We could because hearing them talk is dope because
we can record that shit on the iPhone.
it's,
Yeah, you don't
it's
need it.
dope hearing them talk because
Play this shit on the laptop.
they got
Record on the phone.
they've changed the outlook on their family with this content shit to where on one of the episodes they talk. One of them talked their little brother out of even going to college.
Yeah,
Like, why are you even going to college? You can start this channel. We can come help you
bro,
get your subscriptions up, and
them
you can
that
do this.
YouTube
Like
money
he
is
straight
real
talked
money.
him out of college. Like he was saying, like
It makes sense.
they drop a video, it'd be like 10 racks of video. Like they be talking like 100 grand months, 60 grand months. Like, and that's like they live together, they work together.
They're on one. It's like a content house.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
moved to Atlanta. The other brother going to college, but they telling him like, yo, the boy like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? What are you going to college for? He said something that involved content. He was like, yo, I can show you that. I can show you. You can start doing it.
Without paying and
Eventually
shit like
talk
that.
them-
And you get the cosign.
yeah, eventually just talked them out of going to college. It was dope. It's dope to hear them because they square as shit, but it's dope to
They
hear.
funny as shit though.
It's dope to hear people be themselves. They from that Twitch like with Ack and all them. So when you hear them talk
Like
about
a
girls,
Cash Nasty,
yeah,
Flight React
when
type
you hear
shit.
them talk about
Cash
girls,
funny as shit.
Yeah.
when you hear them talk about girls and going out and shit, that awkward shit be funny as shit. But they work hard. I was thinking if we did a joint, it'd be like we could set up a spot somewhere and we could play like not only new games, but we could play like the vintage games too. It's something called like a screen mirror to where
Like your screen is watching you, John.
yeah, the screen watching us and watching the game and shit. That's really how they do it. I want to look into that this year. We can multi-purpose the YouTube, and then once we build up, make another channel. This is the Twitch channel. This the pod channel.
And
this
it's
and all
crazy.
that. And I want to get. We definitely getting a camera. I want like an actual camera. We had did an episode right where I don't know who it was. We was at Wildfire right, and I think it was Talia was literally standing in front of us, and everybody that talked.
She was paying to them.
She was just pandering to them, but it was clear as shit. Like, I think I like we could do it like that.
That's the best thing. Like I feel like that's the next step for us. Like
Yeah.
now that we got the videos and shit, now it's just getting the videos better.
Yeah, and with I want to start doing like we keep saying it, but I want to start doing
about
like
the visual.
the vlogs and shit. Yeah, a lot of people been hitting us up
we
about this shit.
I ain't get a 30 for 30 yet. My man Corey need another joint. He need
Yeah.
an updated Corey.
You need a
30.
60 for 60.
I ain't even had no beard on that joint. We was walking around in the schoolyard, but that shit look good once you chop that shit
Yeah,
up.
hell yeah.
So we gonna definitely invest in that. Anything else on this episode before we get into the smoke on the next episode?
No, it was a good joint.
Man, long live Nipsey.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Good joint.
No, I think I wanted to say this in the beginning of the pod, or like 2 pods ago. I wanted to say that like I know a lot of people made like New Year's resolutions and like stuff that they was gonna do better, and like I don't want nobody to like run out of gas around this time, and just stay disciplined and stay motivated. Like anything, your whole life can change
For sure.
within a couple months.
Oh,
Definitely. So just stay.
a rare gem from
Yeah,
Kenny
so-
that he was sitting on for 2
He
weeks.
not
What
on
the
the
fuck was that?
just stay motivated. Just stay at it. Be disciplined. You mean a lot of shit can change.
Yo, when you get shit like that, so you gotta let that shit go when you think about it. Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit
I've
could help
been-
somebody weeks ago.
I've been watching Wallow heavy every morning. Wallow be up early as shit. I'll be watching this shit.
I be up
in the
early too. You
morning.
don't give me no prop.
You know,
I'm
know,
up early before up, yo.
me.
What I got laying chalk? Then you feel
You gotta
like
be in the weather like low. Tomorrow, so young boys, get out here.
Do some
yeah, ain't talking about ain't nobody.
Take
young
your nut
boys-
ass in the house,
These
nigga.
young boys drilling. They ain't trying to do no fucking shoveling no
Shoveling.
snow.
All right,
Them days over.
That way
You gonna
too-
lie, say you was gonna give him 500. Come on, because I would have pulled.
Guess
that
what?
shit
I ain't
with
gonna
that shit, like, for 500. I'd have pulled.
Nigga put up with their hammer on him. Yeah, let me get that 500 right now. I ain't got
Oh yeah, Valentine's Day coming up. You got you got some loved ones, your girl, your mom,
Yeah.
anybody. Go to candy_sweets 9902 on the gram.
What's the You gotta send us the. You know what I mean, so we can throw it up.
Oh yeah. All right.
What's
Yeah,
she-
put
what's
it on the
she
camera. So we got a camera. Put
Shout out
it
to
on the camera.
Milio. Shout out to
yeah,
Milio.
yeah.
The confetti pop. She's selling the balloon.
I need
Even
20%
if
of the
you don't
proceeds.
love your significant other, it'll get you far.
Whoa. You don't.
No, I'm talking about other people.
Oh.
Like even if you don't love the person you spending Valentine's with,
That's the thing too.
and you just trying to beat.
You can't see it.
No, I won't focus, but yeah.
Do it
Any like what's that? Strawberries, chocolate covered strawberries, pretzels, Rice Krispies.
spell it out
you know
for
what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Marshmallows, anything you need.
Look, that's focus. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Oh, focus. Let me see.
What are you doing?
It's Milio. Confetti pop. She's selling these balloons. She's doing the Beyonce. joint.
If you
Give me this shit, nigga.
Put it in the description of the episode.
yeah,
I
put it
am.
in the description.
You can see mine.
Infused berries.
The
whatever
pages
you
will
need,
be
you
linked
feel
in
me?
the description
They
below.
look good too.
Bam,
Yeah.
right there. I'm tough.
Good.
Tough.
Candy sweets.
There it is.
Discount code.
What episode is this?
No, I did that before. Somebody really was like, "Oh, let me." Get that.
No, we
No,
fuck with
yeah.
y'all. No
So,
discount
yeah.
because we still in the up and up.
Just
but
let them
yeah.
for now till we about to get
y'all
our
know
shit
we
together.
take. You know we take care of our people.
Just let them know
Yeah.
we sent you. What episode is
Yeah.
this? 78.
78.
When that far we out, man.